Here's the thing. Mars rotates once about every 24 hours.
Okay.
Did you know that?
That's kind of what we do.
And it's tipped on its axis.
Kind of like what we are.
As we are. It has polar ice caps.
So do we.
As we do. And on its surface, there's all this evidence that it once had running water.
Hey everyone. You might want to sit down for this one. Mars just slid into NASA's DMs with something that's got the whole world buzzing. It's not every day that the red planet throws us a curveball that could rewrite textbooks and have us questioning what we thought we knew. So, what's this bombshell from our dusty, desert-like neighbor? Is it a shout-out from an old Martian civilization or something so wild it's got scientists double-checking their data? Don't go anywhere. We're about to unravel the secrets of NASA's latest, jaw-dropping find on Mars, the Martian water mystery. So, get this. It's not just any old day when scientists toss around the idea that Mars might be more than just a giant, lifeless rock. But guess what? They've got some pretty solid hunches, and here's the kicker. It's all about H2O, plain old water. Now, that's something every living thing back home on Earth can't do without. And Mars, it seems, may have had its fair share of it. Now, why's this a big deal? Well, where there's water, there might be life. That's what keeps our space experts up at night. So, NASA, being the curious bunch, sent the Perseverance rover on a road trip to Mars in 2020. Their mission? To scope out if the red planet ever hosted life. They weren't just taking a wild guess. They had a hunch where to look. The hot spot was the Jezero crater. Funny thing, Jezero means lake in a bunch of Earth languages, and scientists believed this giant dent on Mars was once a lake. Not a puddle, not a pond, but a full-blown lake. Can you imagine having lakefront property on Mars? Anyway, in 2021, the Perseverance rover stuck the landing right there, in the Jezero crater. And they named the touchdown point after Octavia E. Butler, a legend who wrote stories about other worlds. Pretty cool, right? So, what's the rover been doing? Digging up dirt, looking for clues, and playing detective to see if Mars was ever a cosmic oasis. The idea that we might not be the only living things in this vast universe is mind-boggling. Stick around as we keep digging through the Martian mysteries with NASA's space tech. Who knows what secrets are waiting just beneath the surface? Perseverance organic matter findings. Picture this. A river, wider than any on Earth, carving its path through the Martian landscape billions of years ago. That's what the brainy folks at NASA are betting on when they look at the Jezero crater on Mars. They're not just daydreaming about ancient waterways for fun. They're on a cosmic treasure hunt for signs of life. You see, Mars isn't just a rocky sphere dressed in red. It's got a history as old as Earth's, a whopping 4.6 billion years. So, if life ever partied on Mars, the Jezero crater's ancient lakebed is where you'd find the after-party evidence. And NASA's brought the ultimate party trick, a gadget named Sherlock. This isn't your average backyard detector. It's a state-of-the-art spectrometer sniffing out organic clues with ultraviolet superpowers, right on the Mars rover named Perseverance. But why's NASA geeking out over organic stuff? Here's the scoop. Organic matter, which is basically space talk for the remains of living things, could tell us if Mars was ever a hotbed for alien critters or plants. Fast forward to September 15th, and NASA's rover hit the jackpot in its Martian road trip, digging up soil that could have been a Martian microbe's old stomping grounds, especially at places with cool names like Skinner's Ridge and Wildcat Ridge. The rover's got this space lunchbox with 43 tubes and it's playing favorites, keeping only the 25 coolest ones filled with Mars's ancient secrets. These are so precious that they're getting a VIP ticket back to Earth on a future mission for a science deep dive. Speaking of cool space stuff, let's time travel back to 1996. That's when scientist David McKay and his team threw the science world a curveball. They found a rock from Mars chilling in Antarctica, with a name that's more like a password, ALH84001. This space rock might just have the oldest gossip about life on Mars. But as with any good rumor, there were skeptics in the science squad, like William Schopf, who basically said, "Cool story, bro, but where's the proof?" The point is, Mars might be quiet now, but it's sitting on some juicy secrets, and NASA's Perseverance rover is like the best detective on the case. So, what's next? Will we find Martian fossils? Space microbe footprints? Stay tuned, because Mars isn't done surprising us. And hey, if you're into this kind of space detective work, why not join the hunt? Drop a like or share this video, and let's explore the universe together. No spacesuit required. Imagine you're a detective, and you've just caught a whiff of something mysterious. It's methane on Mars. That's right, folks. Mars is tooting intermittent bursts of methane, and it's got both the brains at NASA and Elon Musk scratching their heads. Is it a clue pointing to Martian microbes having a party? Or is it just Mars being its geologically active self? Now, methane is a bit of a gossip in the Martian atmosphere. It doesn't stick around for long. That's what makes these whiffs of gas so intriguing. Something is replenishing it. Could it be tiny Martian life forms or just the planet showing off its volcanic moves? It's a real cosmic conundrum. The plot thickens with every scoop of Martian dirt that turns up organic compounds. Could we be on the brink of shaking hands, figuratively, of course, with alien microbes? Or discovering the fossilized leftovers of some ancient Martian critters? It's tempting to say yes, but hold your space horses. We've got to play it cool because, sometimes, chemistry just likes to mess with us, producing methane all on its own without any biological help. So, what's the next chapter in this interplanetary whodunit? Enter future missions, like the galactic gumshoes ready to bag up some pure, untainted Martian samples and bring them back to Earth for the ultimate CSI, Mars edition. What they find could turn our understanding of life in the cosmos upside down. If we do stumble upon life, even just the microbial kind, it's huge. Like, rewriting the science textbooks huge. It means we're not alone in this vast universe, and it sparks a whole new set of mysteries. How did life start? Are we related to Martians on a cellular level? As we eagerly anticipate the next round of Martian revelations, these methane whispers are a siren call to the explorers, the curious, and anyone who's ever looked up at the night sky and wondered, what if? So, let's keep our eyes on the stars and our minds open to the endless possibilities that space exploration brings. Who knows, maybe one day we'll look back and say this was the moment when we first caught a scent of our cosmic neighbors. And if you think that's a breath of fresh air, wait until we really start digging into Mars' secrets. Stick around for that, and let's unravel the universe's mysteries together. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. Let's switch gears and zoom into Mars, where NASA's Spirit rover has been snapping photos that are sending ripples of excitement across the globe. Picture this, an image so stirring, it's got people murmuring about Martians. Yes, you heard that right. The age-old question, is there life on Mars? Is getting some fuel from these recent snapshots. Now, spotting the nitty-gritty from 35 million miles away is no walk in the park. Our homegrown telescopes, as powerful as they are, can't quite bridge that interplanetary gap. So, NASA plays it smart. They send these robot voyagers, like Spirit, armed with the latest in camera tech, giving us a robot's eye view of the red planet. But here's a twist. Our brains love playing tricks on us, making us see faces, animals, even your aunt's peculiar hairstyle in the rocky Martian terrain. It's like looking at clouds and seeing dragons or castles. This knack for pattern recognition is human nature, but it can lead us astray, especially when we're so eager to meet our Martian neighbors. So, what's your take on this? Does that image tickle your alien antennae, or is it just a pile of rocks getting their moment in the spotlight? Drop your thoughts and let's crack this cosmic case together. Remember, every like is a step closer to unraveling the mysteries of Mars, a 3.6 billion-year-old puzzle. Imagine this, a gathering of the world's top scientists, locked in a debate. It's not about the latest tech or medicine, it's about Mars and its ancient secrets. Now, get this, 3 out of 4 of these brainiacs are betting on the red planet as a former cradle of life. They're not talking little green men, but microscopic Martians that might have thrived when Mars was a young, wet world, especially around the now bone-dry Jezero crater. But wait, there's a twist. A tenacious crew that's tough to budge, sticking to their guns with a resolute nope on past life on Mars. So who's got the dirt on this? None other than Percy, the Perseverance rover. This 6-wheeled detective, armed to the teeth with cameras and science gadgets, landed in February 2021 and teamed up with a pint-sized chopper named Ingenuity. This dynamic duo isn't there just for the Martian views. They're on a mission to crack a cosmic cold case. Now, Ingenuity's been a high flyer, buzzing the Martian skies and racking up frequent flyer miles with 29 flights and counting. Meanwhile, Percy's been playing the Martian surface, scooping up 43 samples of dirt and rocks, eavesdropping for frequency waves, and keeping an eye out for that elusive Martian O2. But here's the real kicker. If Percy does hit pay dirt and finds proof of life, even if it's just fossils, we're not just talking a win for Team Science Fiction. This would be a game changer, a moment where we, the inhabitants of Earth, pause and ponder, are we really alone? This discovery could flip our understanding of life upside down and inside out. So, what happens next? Would we throw a welcome party for these Martian microbes? Or start rethinking our place in the grand cosmic tapestry? Keep those eyes peeled and minds open. Because if Percy pulls this off, we're not just rewriting textbooks, we're redefining life itself. Geological oddities are signs of ET intelligence. Think about this. The red planet, our neighbor in the vast cosmos, has become the arena for one of the most thrilling scientific debates of our time. At the heart of this debate are curious shapes and shadows caught on camera by our robotic explorers, which have some folks whispering about ancient Martian civilizations. What if, hidden among the red dust and rocky plains, there are clues to extraterrestrial existence? Now, before you jump on the bandwagon, hold that thought. As much as names like Elon Musk and powerhouses like NASA stir up the drama with their high-tech treasure hunts, there's yet to be a smoking gun, an aha moment. Sure, every so often, the Mars rovers, like trusty detectives, send back snapshots that get people talking. A rock here looks like a statue. A shadow there seems like a doorway to an ancient temple. It's the kind of stuff that fuels late-night talks and sends imaginations into overdrive. But let's put on our skeptic's hat for a second. Mars is a natural artist, a whiz at sculpting with wind, erosion, and the occasional asteroid smackdown. These processes cook up some pretty funky shapes that can easily pass off as artifacts if you squint hard enough. It's crucial, though, to lean on science rather than speculation. There's a fine line between a mind-blowing discovery and a trick of light and shadow. The search for alien leftovers is thrilling, no doubt about it. It's human nature to look up at the stars and wonder. But it's the rigor and the grind of scientific inquiry that keep us grounded. We're on a quest, yes, but it's the evidence that must lead the way, not our daydreams. As we continue to sift through the Martian sands, who knows what we'll find. But for now, let's enjoy the journey, keep our heads cool, and remember, the truth is out there, and we're on its trail, step by thoughtful step. And hey, if you've got a theory or two, why not share it down in the comments? Let's get the conversation started. Who knows where it might lead us?